Yo, what's going on, you soggy Sandshrews? Today we're gonna be playing some games with Celebi Venusaur. Now this isn't just any Celebi Venusaur list. This is the list from toward Reklevs, the man himself. So let's see, tweeted out a couple days ago. Said this is currently his front runner if he was going to the Oceanic International Championship in Australia in about a week. This is currently would be his front runner of a deck of choice to play. Now I'm not sure if he was being 100% serious or if he just really likes Celebi, but that's what he said. And the list is actually pretty good. The deck itself is pretty good. Venusaur Celebi is a deck where its matchups are very much, your good matchups are really good and your bad matchups are really bad. But if you hit the right meta for the deck is actually just super powerful given the right meta. So yeah, this is the list. Really consistent, really straightforward. 4 Jirachi, 4 Acrobyte, 3 Judge Whistle. For the healing cards, we have the 4 Shaman, the 2 Gardena. We don't play potions like you might have seen some other lists. And this is basically all the healing you need. I was kind of surprised when I first looked at the list. I was like, don't you just not have enough healing? But between the 4 Shamans, the Aether Paradise, and the 2 Gardena, it's plenty of healing to beat decks like Zorark and stuff like pretty much any deck that doesn't one-shot you, you beat through Shaman plus Gardena healing. You don't really need actually anything more. Life Force as well. You don't really need anything else extra, really. That is like enough to get the job done. So yeah, I was a little bit surprised by it, but yeah, all you need is the 2 Gardena, the 4 Shaman. That's all the healing you need. Besides that, you got the text of like the Wonder Lab, good against stuff like Lost March. You got the Cyrus, good against stuff like Malamar, and then everything else you'd expect to see in here. The buff padding, get the Venusaurs that little bit of extra HP, well, decent amount of extra HP. Skateboards, move our Jirachis and Shamans around. 4 escape ropes, so we can constantly be using Jirachi. Getting back to Jirachi should we have like a dead hand, stuff like that. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into some games and check out towards latest creation. Alright, we are going first in this first game here. I'm not going to open the Venusaur, despite it being generally our best. I'm going to open the Shaman. Our hand is currently dead, so just in case we top deck like a Jirachi or something, we can escape board to the Shaman and then go into the Jirachi. We can't do that if we send up the Venusaur. Oh my gosh, we've got a mirror match. Alright, well, this is going to be interesting. I have no idea how this plays out. All I know is we're attacking first, which has to be pretty good. Being the first person to attack has to be a pretty good shenanigans here. It's gonna be pretty good to attack first. I would have to imagine. I'm gonna go ahead and hold the escape board. I assume we want to chase Shamans. Actually, I don't even know though, because then our guy will get Pollen Hazard, and then if we don't have a way out of the Pollen Hazard, we have to flip through the confusion. Chasing Shamans does sound pretty good though. I'm actually leaning towards chasing Shamans being the proper way to go when we can, because actually when the Aether Paradise, Conservation Paradise is in play, we can't chase Shamans anymore. I don't know, we'll think about it. We'll see what our opponent does and kind of go from there. We do have the turn 2 attack set up on our opponent's Venusaur. There they go with the escape board and the, what's it called? Through the adventure bag. We don't play adventure bags ourselves, but I think we'll draw into our items eventually. Ooh, got punished for benching the extra Shaman there. I benched it because I didn't want to get judged out of it. This deck does play a lot of Judge. Judge Whistle could draw 1. We could be content with just going attach, retreat, attack. I think I am content with that. Not sure if I want to put the Aether Paradise in play or not. I could also go Guzma KO the Shaman, like I said, but then we're going to get confused, and then we're not going to be able to do anything with that. I think we should just be hitting this Venusaur here, so we're just going to go with that. Yeah, I have no idea how to play this mirror match, so we'll go ahead and get the extra damage in here. Not put the Aether Paradise into play. Make them, they have to attack through confusion now. I guess they could Guzma knock out one of our Shamans. That would be a little annoying. But we just get to reconfuse their Venusaur. As long as they're not hitting our Venusaur or are forcing them to go through the confusion to hit our Venusaur, I'm not going to put the Aether Paradise into play. I'm going to make them work through that confusion. There's an Ultra Ball. Yeah, interesting matchup. I'm interested to see how this goes. It's going to be a long one. This might be the only game we play throughout with this deck in this video, so buckle up. That's the first time I've hit the mirror match, and I'm definitely intrigued to see how it goes. I'm definitely very interested to see how it goes. I feel like it could be over pretty fast. Getting the first attack off like this seems huge. Seems like a big deal to be able to get the first attack off. There we go. The Shaman healing starts to come through. Also, not everyone's playing quite the same list. You see this list that they're playing is drastically different than what we got going on. in towards list here. Yeah, drastically different. We'll see what they go with. They're gonna go with the Pollen Hazard. They get the heads. All right, so here we go, back and forth now with the confusion. We don't play switches. We only play escape rope, so that kind of hurts us as far as that goes. Tails still burned. They are still. Oh, they healed their. Oh, I healed my burn. They didn't heal their burn. All right, I was not sure what was going on there. All right, I think I am going to use the Judge Whistle to dig for a card here. I would like to get some other stuff going. Jirachi is okay, not great. I hit it with that Floral Heal a couple times, and I think we could go with the Guzma knockout on a Shaman. I'm really tempted to, but then I would want to like activate the Jirachi, but then we have to get a switch card to get the Jirachi out of there. We can get hit pretty hard next turn, so I actually kind of don't want to get rid of his confusion. I think we just throw Aether Paradise into play and pass. I don't even really want to hit him, but if he wants to hit us, man, I don't even know. This is ridiculous. Should we go with the hit? Should we not? Should we go with the hit? Oh, I think we don't. I think we're just gonna let him rack up the poison and burn damage. I'm also racking up poison and burn damage. Yeah, I don't really want to hit him. Neither of us really have a deck out condition. I think we should just start hitting him. Maybe we should just hit him. Gone for the hit last turn. I don't know. We're definitely weaker than him in this current situation, though. Yeah, now he's gonna have to flip for the big attack. I mean, if he gets that big attack off, well, then he has to flip again. All right, so hopefully he's gonna start hitting some tails here. Switch would be super annoying here if he's got a switch. Please no switch. All right, skateboard's fine. I'm fine with that. Hospitality for 3, also fine with that. We can actually go chase and knock out the Jirachi. That's like a free knockout, even despite the Aether Paradise in play. Aether Paradise only really protects the Shamans from the Pollen Hazard, does not protect the Jirachi, so we could go chase the Jirachi this turn, but I don't think we want to remove this confusion. Another heads. All right, well, this might just be how the game goes. It might just be confusion flips back and forth, so I guess we should just go ahead and swing and hope for the best. Got an escape rope. That gives us some options. I think we should definitely go with it. Should heal first. We can become unconfused and then reconfuse our opponent's Venusaur. I think that's going to be the play here. We're going to escape rope into our Jirachi, and then we're going to Guzma their Venusaur up and then reconfuse it, leaving us unconfused, and make them have to deal with the confusion while we don't. So that actually sounds pretty good to me. Send up Jirachi here. Gonna look to get something good. What do we got? Life Forest. Cyrus isn't that good. Life Forest is okay. Not great. We're gonna grab the Cynthia here. We're just gonna Guzma and reconfuse our opponent's Venusaur. And hope that gives us an edge, and hopefully they get a Tails finally on that confusion. Yeah, I think this is definitely like the best way to play the matchup, to give ourselves an advantage in the matchup. Escape rope, force them to send something else up, and then Guzma the Venusaur back up and confuse it once we've become confused. Get rid of our confusion, get them back to being confused, and then go from there. Yeah, I like that. I like that as a game plan. That's our game plan. We're trying to apply it as many times as possible. We got to get to the GX attack to shuffle our discard pile back into our deck, get all those escape ropes back, get all the Guzmas back, and just keep doing that. Keep doing that loop. Confuse them, leave us unconfused. If they get out of the confusion, that's when we look to once again just reconfuse them. Yeah, I like that. That's a good game plan. Then we got to figure it out. Because it really is just going to come. I feel like it just does come down to the confusion flips. So, Judge, I'll take that. Would have liked to have the Cynthia, but +4 cards is not bad. This is reasonable to me. Really hoping we see a Tails here on this. We need them to start hitting Tails. They've hit too many heads in a row already. We need them to start hitting some Tails. That's fine. Oh, the Evergreen, they got the heads! No! Alright, now we're in a bit of a pickle. Jirachi's gonna make its way active no matter what. Alright, now we're in a bit of a spot. That was a rough heads to take. But that's how the matchup goes down, I guess. Gonna get another Venusaur here. Bench this guy. DCE. Stellar Wish. I don't want an Acrobike yet, but I guess we are just taking another Acrobike here. Yeah, I'll start digging with the Acrobikes here. I wouldn't mind finding a Cynthia or something like that. Acrobike. Yeah, something like a Cynthia would be nice. Yeah, Cynthia's fine. I don't really think the Cyrus does a whole ton. We're gonna leave the Acrobike in the deck and just go with the Cynthia. Alright, and then it's gonna have to be a... Oh, this hand is not great. It's gonna have to be a pass here. Oh, our opponent just powering right through the confusion and taking care of us, no problem. So I'd be surprised to see them not go ahead and Guzma our Venusaur and go ahead and confuse it themselves. I expect that is what is going to happen here. As long as I can find it. Oh, they play the Sceptile too, so their list is actually chock full of shenanigans with the Sceptile. Playing away to hope they're playing out to the Blounds matchup. Cephalon again with the Sceptile. Can't say I'm a big fan of that playing that, but to each their own, I guess. Yeah, but this matchup definitely just does come down to the confusion flips. Oh man, it really does. All right, that's a pretty good draw off of that Judge there. It would be really nice to see them hit a Tails finally. They're definitely gonna go for... Oh, they're going for Hard Retreat. Okay, I'm fine with this. There is 3 prizes for them to draw and play anyways. This means they... Well, they GX attacked without resetting their deck. We can actually definitely win this actually now. We can actually definitely win this. We're gonna lose this Jirachi. They have 2 Guzma targets in play for them to be able to knock out. Yeah, it's definitely possible we win this. We just need to keep pressuring the Venusaurs. Gonna have to start throwing Judges at them. Hope they whiff Guzmas. But yeah, I think we can do this. I think we can do this for sure. Don't want to ever put another Jirachi in play. Gonna hit the Cynthia here. Want to see a little bit extra. We'll find the Judge eventually, I'm sure. Pollen Hazard. Set this guy up. Alright. Heads. It's fine. I don't care if the burn gets healed. I just want them to get a Tails on the confusion flip finally. That's what I'm hoping for. So they need another Grass here. Oh, there it is. So they have Grass, Guzma. They do win the game in 2 turns. But that's going to the bench one. Oh, no. Yeah. So they actually can't KO a Shaman this turn. Oh, there's a Lily. That's fine with me. If there was only some way to get it, for us to get our Shaman off the field. That's what we need right now, is a way to get Shaman out of play. All right. The triple Shaman heal from our opponents, and I'm sure they are going to go with the Pollen Hazard. Finally a Tails, a little late, but whatever, we'll take it. Let's see, Netball. I could go ahead and thin this out of the deck and put it in play. We have a ton of Escape Ropes and Guzma. I don't really want to... I mean, if they have a Guzma, they're probably going to go for a Shaman anyway, so I don't really mind putting this in play, I guess. Attach another Grass active. We're going to hit this thing as hard as possible now. It's still confused. That's all we care about. Still no... Ooh, we're going to be able to put this in play too soon, but they'll probably have a counter Stadium. We'll see, we'll see. Solar Beam, because we can make it so that they can't actually KO the Shamans. Yeah, Solar Beam for 120. Not quite knocking it out next turn unless we want a GX attack, which we might go with, I guess. We don't really get a whole ton of stuff back, but at this point, the game has kind of devolved into a prize race. They play a thick Sceptile, and maybe they don't even play Guzma. I guess we'll find out. It's definitely possible they don't. They're somehow fitting this Sceptile line, the Adventure Bags, Energy Lottos. Yeah, it's possible they don't actually even play Guzma. We haven't seen any stadiums from them. You got to assume they play the Life Forest, though. This hasn't come out yet, or, I mean, I would assume they play the Life Forest. But it's possible they don't play the Aether Paradises themselves. Confusion, another Tails. Alright, finally getting a little bit luck in our way. We are going to knock this out with the Solar Beam this turn. We're just going to keep building this guy up. Because when we do play this down, we want to be able to... What's it called? So this should be the knockout with the Solar Beam, unless I am just that bad at math. Oh, there he goes. 1, 2, 3. 3 prize cards. Nothing that's super big. The Judge Whistle is nice. We don't have a Judge in our discard pile. I maybe should have tried to get a Judge in our discard pile earlier on. Once again, we're afraid of Guzma here. Back-to-back Guzmas is what we're afraid of. Guzma Shaman. We don't really have an answer for that. There's the energy he needs to take a knockout on a Shaman. Another Netball coming down, fully thinning out the deck of their Shamans. And then they're going to probably dig with Jirachi here for a Guzma. We could try and set up triple Guzma in a row ourselves. We do have the 1 in hand. Escape Rope would also force something besides the Venusaur into the active. There's a Life Force. That's not a Guzma. So I think we could actually go with the game plan of just going Guzma here. Or escape rope works as well. Oh, there's the first Guzma. Our first Shaman is going down. If they have another Guzma, we just lose the game. I think the plan for us definitely should be to chase bench Pokemon here. We know they have the Life Force in hand, so putting down the Wondrous Labyrinth doesn't really do anything. Could also use a Judge here to get out of this. Gardenia's not going to cut it. We're going to go ahead and set this guy up and then go with an escape rope of ourselves. Draw a prize off the bench. And then Guzma draw a prize off the bench. And then hopefully find another way to draw a prize off the bench. But I have a feeling we're about to lose this one on the next turn. Yeah. The early game coming down to the early confusion flips. Nothing we could really do about that. The 3 heads in a row on the confusion. The Jirachi's coming active. If they don't have Guzma in hand, I'm sure Jirachi can find it for them. We'll see though. Maybe we get lucky. Here's an Ultra Ball thin out the deck again. This tells me that they probably don't have it in hand. And they'll need to find it off of the Jirachi. But with a 9-card deck left and access to double Stellar Wish, I'm hard pressed to see them within this. Yeah, there's the Guzma. And that's going to be it. The Guzma on the Shaman here, and we lose. So yeah, I was curious to see how this matchup goes. And it really does just come down to confusion flips. The heavy escape rope is super nice. And definitely gives us an advantage, I feel like, actually. But we just couldn't set up very well in the early game. And they were able to draw 3 prizes before we could really do anything at all about it. And then we had 3 non-GX Pokemon in play that were easy for them to clean up from there. But we learned a lot. I learned how to play the mirror match. I've been curious about how it goes. And, well, now I know. So that's going to do it for this one, guys. Getting into another one here, we got actually a super clean opening. The double Jirachi, we got Nest Ball plus a Grass Energy. I see Rayquaza on those sleeves. Rayquaza on the sleeves usually means Rayquaza in the deck, so I would bet we're playing against a Rayquaza deck here. We'll find out shortly though. Yeah, I'd bet we're playing against a Rayquaza deck. I think the Rayquaza matchup is probably generally favored. It's hard for them to get up to like they can get there in the damage, but I feel like it's pretty hard for them to get to 320. We'll see. It is Vika Ray, so that makes it probably a little bit harder for us. Going to be able to consistently always pull 2 energy out of the deck once they set up, but they got to set up first. And if we're able to just kind of start punching through a couple Rayquazas, removing energy from play, I think we'll do all right. There's a Volkner off the Lele. That tells me they definitely have a turn 2 Vika Vault coming out. The only ever time you would Lele for a Volkner is if you were getting a Vika Vault with it. If not this turn, then next turn. So we definitely want to look for a Judge off of the Jirachis here. We have access to 2 of them. We can Netball, thin out our deck by a Venusaur, attach Grass to that. BIg Celebi, Stellar Wish, looking for a Judge. There's only 2 in the deck, but if we find one, I mean, that's definitely what we're going to be looking for off of the Stellar Wishes here. Get a Judge, take that Vika Vault out of the hand. We know it's there. They know it's there. I know it's there. We all know it's there. We all know what's going on here. So start with the Netball to thin out a Venusaur. And then I think we go BIg first. Maybe I should Stellar Wish first. I'm actually not 100% sure. Could take the Escape Rope, could take the Shaman. I think I'm going to go with the Shaman here. Yeah, I think so. I'm actually not too sure on that one. Going to Escape Rope into a Jirachi here. We can potentially triple Jirachi here throughout the whole turn. I'm going to put an Escape Board on this Jirachi. See what our opponent sends up. I assume it will be the Lele. I don't know why you'd ever send up Grubbin here. Unless you know for sure I can't knock you out, and then you plan to put down Zorora, I guess. No Judge. There's a Judge Whistle. That'll let us draw a card. Could be the difference maker. Let's find out. Draw a card. It's a Guzma, not the difference maker here. I'm going to go ahead and attach to the Venusaur. I could bench the Shaman. I could actually... So I ideally want to potentially use 2 Jirachis next turn. But I think my active is going to get knocked out for sure. Then I would rather have it be a Shaman so I could have access to the double Jirachi potentially. But maybe it's not that big of a deal. We can just throw down the Shaman and pass. Could Guzma up the Rubbin. Send up the other Jirachi. I'd be fine with that, I think. Get the Grubbin into the active. At least force the Zorora to be benched. If they play Zorora. Did I not Stellar Wish with this one? Did I only Stellar Wish once? Oh, did I miss a Stellar Wish? Oops. I think I did. Well, Oops, that's a big mistake. So I think I went Acrobike and then Escape Rope before I Stellar Wished. That's what I did wrong. Take this to find another grass, I think. Get rid of the Venusaur. We have another Venusaur on the deck if we need another one, so... I'll go ahead and play this right now, actually, and I'll grab a grass energy. Yeah, let's not, let's pretend that didn't happen. And I think we just pass from here. We're awake. Potentially use 2 Stellar Wishes next turn to dig a little bit deeper if we need to. Problem with leaving the Shaman active is, like, there's potential they don't knock out the Shaman next turn if I leave it in the active. So what happens then is, I might just not be able to attack next turn. Like, I'd have to go Escape Board to Shaman and retreat to Jirachi, and then I might just not be able to attack with the Venusaur on that turn. But if I for sure have a Jirachi in the active, I can for sure use this Stellar Wish, retreat to this one if I have to. But if I get something off this Stellar Wish, then I can just retreat it with the Escape Board. Like, if we get a Cynthia, get the Grass Energy and start going. I doubt we'll see them attack with the Vikavolt here, but maybe. It's definitely not a great attack. Oh, well, it looks like maybe their hand is not very good at all. As the only thing they do is the Vikavolt attack. They went all out for that turn 2 Vikavolt with the Lele, and they're definitely being punished by it here. So I'm fine with 3 energy hitting the discard pile like that. That is a-okay with me. Let's see, Stellar Wish. There's a Cynthia that I was looking for. Let's go. Start rolling from here. Skateboard, Stadium, Cynthia. We just need to start attacking. We have to be really aggressive in this matchup. We can't give them too much time to build up. All right, we whiffed. What's it called for right now? The attack. Let's send up a different Jirachi. Grab another Cynthia. There was a judge there, but I definitely don't want to judge them with how they played out their last turn. I'll attach a grass here. Bench another Shaman and pass. Over to our opponent. Jirachi wakes up. Not really a big difference maker there. So yeah, we're definitely fine if this Vikavolt wants to knock out another Jirachi here. That's a-okay with me. Another 3 energy to the discard pile to draw 1 prize card. Yeah, I don't have a problem with that. We definitely don't want to bench any more 1 prizers past that. We can definitely put down another Venusaur if we want to, but no more Shamans, no more Jirachis will be hitting the board. At least until we think they're out of Guzmas or like escape ropes, anything like that. But until that point, no more 1 prizer will be hitting the board. There's a Fan Club. Double Rayquazas are probably coming out here, or maybe Grubbin Rayquaza. I guess that would be fine as well. But yeah, they need a lot of energy to KO a Celebi Venusaur with 3 already in the discard pile. Even if they go for these Stormy Winds, more could hit the discard pile. Sure, they play the energy recyclers, but they have to find them before we start taking energy out of play through attacking. So yeah, there's 2 more energy in the discard pile. So I'm feeling fine about this one. We also have the Cyrus in the deck, which we can eventually use to make Pokemon get picked up off the bench that potentially have energy and play on them. So I'm currently fine with the current situation. 1 more energy hits the discard pile. That's what we want to see. Keep seeing energy hit the discard pile. That's all we want to see. More energy in the discard pile. Another Lightning to another Ray. And the Strong Charge to one of the Rays. Oh, looks like they're out of Lightning. Oh, out of hand. There's some from hand. Definitely prize a Lightning or 2 then, I would assume. Oh, there's a DC top deck. And we're just gonna go ahead and punch this guy. We could even GX him, but I think I'm just gonna hit him with the Pollen Hazard. Stellar Wish first. Oof. Access to Cyrus, it sounds good to me. We already have Cynthia. We don't need a Netball for another grass. Access to Cyrus sounds pretty good to me. They're going to have to sprout their energy eventually, so yeah, sounds good to me. Bring up this Rayquaza, send up this Jirachi. Stellar Wish with this guy. Ooh, I guess we could have KO'd the Vikavolt. Oh, did I mess up there? We could have taken the Escape Board and actually just KO'd Vikavolt. That was probably a little bit better than what I just did. Do we have any judge in here? Yeah, I just realized we could have KO'd Vikavolt. I was kind of like zoned in on just trying to deal with Rayquazas. I didn't even think about potentially KOing Vikavolt. So that's definitely a mistake on my part. Should have 100% KO'd Vikavolt there. Yeah, I was kind of like zoned out. I was like, I gotta go after these Rayquazas. Definitely could have gone with the KO and the Vikavolt there. My bad, guys. Oh yeah, not punching down any more of those boys. And then we just hit them with the Pollen Hazard. Pollen Hazard. Yeah, so I could have just gotten a skateboard off of this Stellar Wish instead of the Cyrus. After top decking DC, retreat, knock out Vikavolt. And then they have no energy acceleration on their next turn. We also remove an energy from play. So next turn I can Guzma knock it out if I want to. We'll see what they do on their turn. That'll kind of dictate how we play our turn. We'll see. 5, 4. Well, I guess I could bench another Shaman. There's no way they have 5 Guzmas, right? They don't play 5 Guzmas. So we could actually bench one more Shaman because they don't play 5 Guzma. You actually just can't play 5 Guzma. I guess they could play 3 or 4 Guzma and a Palpad. But I guess I was thinking in terms of if they had gotten the knockout on the Jirachi, which they didn't. But even then, yeah, so we're fine to bench this. Once again, I was mistaken. I'm a little new at this deck, guys. Give me a... You're gonna have to work with me a little bit on this one. All right, there's a strong charge just for a grass. They're doing 210 damage here with these. There's a Guzma for our Jirachi. Gonna get the knockout here. We can just go. We could Guzma knock out Vikavolt, and then GX heal knock out a Rayquaza after they hit us with a Ray. That seems reasonable to me. We'll set up the Shaman first, see what we top deck. But then I could still retreat to this. I don't know if Guzma knock out Vikavolt is actually worth it. We could just Guzma knock out this with the Solar Beam. Knowing there's such little energy coming out of the strong charge now, I kind of like that better. So I'm gonna retreat to this guy. Stellar Wish. I like the option of the escape rope, I think. Yeah, I like the option of the escape rope. And we're just gonna Guzma knock out this guy with the Solar Beam. And we'll save our GX attack to be used to knock out the next one after they hit us. There's no way they're gonna get a knockout, I don't think. Yeah, there's no way they one-shot us next turn. So we'll get the Solar Beam, knockout, remove 3 energy from play, 7 energy in the discard pile, and then look to go GX attack knockout on the next guy. Probably, yeah, definitely gonna shuffle everything back in with the extra grass energy. Definitely want access to more Guzmas for sure. Yeah. So once we get hit with the Rayquaza next turn, I guess they could go Guzma again, in which case we would just go... What would we do? Probably just Pollen Hazard it. Could GX it if we really want to move the 3 energy from play, but then we want to get the heal effect, so it depends if we want to save the heal or not. They go ahead and send up Marshadow here. Yeah, so let's go over what I've messed up so far. I should have knocked out the Vikavolt on turn 3 there when I top deck DCE. I kind of just like forgot it was a play. I was so focused on trying to deal with the Rayquazas, I just didn't even realize I could have done that. Then past that, I could have gone with... Oh yeah, I didn't have to worry about not benching another Pokemon because they don't play 4 or 5 Guzma. They literally cannot play 5 Guzma. I doubt they play... Yes, I'm in the energy to the discard pile. That's great. I doubt they play Escape Rope. So they've used 1 Guzma. They say they have 3 left. They can draw 3 more 1-prizer knockouts. So we can definitely bench another Shaman or Jirachi if we want. Yeah, so we can just like bench a Shaman next turn. There's 1 grass, but that's all they've been getting is the 1 grass because they've ran out of lightning energy. They're either the last one's in hand or it's prized. One of the two. I assume we're gonna get Guzma here. Either our probably our Jirachi. They'll probably Guzma our Jirachi, and then we have to decide if we want to GX this turn, which I don't hate. I don't hate the idea of GXing this turn, or if we want to wait and just go ahead and hit it with the Pollen Hazard. I doubt they're gonna have another Guzma the next turn. They might not even have a Guzma this turn. We'll see. Nope, it is a Cynthia. So I think they're just feeding us the Marshadow while they build up damage, which is a little scary for us because we don't have access to Guzmas right now to bring stuff up at all. So once they actually find the energy recyclers, they are going to be able to just start building up a lot of energy on board, which we're going to have to deal with. There's a Stretcher, probably just for a Rayquaza there. That's going to discard 3 more cards, so that's fine with me. We definitely need to find the thing that boosts the HP. 3 more cards. There's an energy recycler hitting the discard pile. I don't know why they really went for that Ray yet until they found the energy recyclers. That's like a super risky Stormy Winds there. Not a fan of that by them. So I think we're going to go Shaman, Venusaur, Attach Active, and then Cynthia. We're looking for the thing that makes them bigger. I forget what it's called. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess we could have gone with Escape Rope there, but then we for sure don't have a way to switch out of the Jirachi. Definitely probably rather save the Escape Rope. All right, I think we're just gonna hit him with the Solar Beam. Actually, it's worth it to Judge Whistle here, I think, to draw that. No, I really want to find the buff padding. Maybe it wasn't worth it what Judge Whistle there. How much can they do? 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, they could have knocked us out next turn. So definitely worth trying to dig for the buff padding. Do we just wait? Do we Solar Beam? This one's rough. The Cyrus is going to be good here coming up. I think we actually just wait. I don't actually want to KO this. I think I'm going to wait until I Cyrus. They'll only be able to keep 2 in play, shuffle the rest back into the deck. Yeah, I think we'll wait to... I don't just want to knock this out for them, because then they could potentially win on the next turn, right? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so if they find an energy recycler plus an energy attachment for turn, then they actually would be able to win next turn. But I want to let them put a little bit more energy in play, and then we'll hit them with the Cyrus plus knock out the active, and then go from there. There's the energy recycler. So this is all the energy they have left. They're probably playing 7/7. So what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 12, 13. So they have 1 energy. They have 6 energy left total. They can get this one out of the discard pile by using another Rayquaza, but then you always risk just milling energy as well. So yeah, we're gonna hit him with the Cyrus this turn. Man, I really should have killed that Vikavolt when I could have on turn 3. Whatever, we're going hard mode here, letting him keep the Vikavolt. I guess it's possible they have game here. They could have attach energy for turn, strong charge plus switch. If they don't have that, I think we're in a good spot. We have to hope they don't have that. Actually, we're hoping they don't have that. We'll hit them with the Cyrus next turn. They only get to keep 2 Pokemon in play. Got to pick up the rest. So that'll slow them down a ton on their next turn. There we go. Yeah, so they probably have to keep Vikavolt plus 1 Ray. So that's only 4 energy in play. I do expect them to pass here. Yes, so the Cyrus is going to be sick here. Ooh, and we got the buff padding. I guess this one on the bench is a little bit of a liability. But whatever. Oh, we have to get to the bench to use it. Oh no, I forgot. We have to have the Jirachi in the active to use the Cyrus. Uh-oh. I completely forgot about that. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. Could hard retreat it. Then I would have wanted to attach a DCE here. So that's a mistake. I forgot we have to have Jirachi in our active to use the Cyrus. Alright, I think we have to go for it though. Yeah, sure. So another mistake on my end. Should have attached a second DC active and retreated it. That would have been fine, actually, I feel like. We're going to hit it with the Stellar Wish. We could have even attacked again because we had the escape rope. Oh, man, I messed up bad there. Holy moly. All right, get the escape rope. Do we think they would probably have access to a Guzma plus a knockout here on the next turn? Guzma knocked this out probably. So let's go ahead and Cyrus them this turn. We really do not want them to get a KO on our Celebi Venusaur. Yeah, could have even then had the escape rope and then escape rope forced up the Vikavolt or the Rayquaza. They definitely are probably going to keep Vikavolt and Rayquaza. And then we could have escape rope one of them into the active and then hit it, which would have been great. We would have been in a great spot after that. I completely forgot with Cyrus that we have to have a metal or water Pokemon in our active. Once again, playing on hard mode though. We're playing on hard mode. We let our opponent keep their turn 2 Vikavolt. See. Oh, they're shuffling in the Vikavolt. Oh no, it's the Ray. Oh, they're keeping these 2. Oh, I think they misclicked there. All right, they're giving us a chance now with this. All right, back and forth mistakes with me and my opponent here. I think we're on the pass turn now. Let's see. Nope, 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 nope. Yeah, pass turn. All right, interesting game that has developed now. Me and my opponent back and forth throwing the game. We're looking at we're in a reasonable spot now after that play from our opponent. Oh, we would have been it would have been an insanely good spot if we had just attached this DCE here. Like, I can't get over how good of a spot we would have been in if we had gone DCE, double DC retreat into this, Stellar Wish into the escape rope, use the Cyrus, and then escape rope. We'd force up the Lele or the Rayquaza. I guess we'd force up the Lele in this situation, but at least we'd get this guy back in the act of attacking. It would be better than the situation we're currently in. If they want to keep doing that, that's fine with me. Another lightning hits the discard pile. Gotta look to what's our win condition now? I'm not sure. We'll figure it out. Heads, Celebi is awake. Draw for turn. Not great. Stellar Wish. Trying to get some options, but second buff padding is huge here. That is what I was looking for exactly. Can start swinging with this guy and make him beefy enough to the point where he probably won't get knocked out. It's a pretty big deal. And then I think we'll judge here and just knock out the active. I don't think they can get enough to quite one-shot us next turn, so that's good. Treat. I'll use the netball to thin out our deck by hopefully another grass. Yes, it is there. All right, and then Pollen Hazard for the knockout. Through the burn and poison damage. despite all our misplays, we're slowly getting there. My misplays. I'm not going to drag you guys in on this one. Heads, heals to burn. We're learning a little bit, though. I keep forgetting what this card is capable of, but every time I remember, it becomes that much better, right? All right, we're in a good spot now, though. We've reestablished our board, our setup. If they hit us, we can go hit them with the Evergreen GX attack, get the knockout, look for our last Guzma, and then Guzma knock out this Grubbin / Vika Vault, whatever it's going to be on the turn when we're going to look to do the Guzma play. And then I think we have the game locked up from there. All right, well, it's a Charge-a-Bug now. So Charge-a-Bug it is. That's what we're going to be dealing with. Well, if they hit us currently, if we can find a Gardena... Oh, the Escape Rope. They do play the Escape Rope. All right. I think we'll set up this Shaman. And if they knock it out, we'll get the option to go into the Stellar Wish. Maybe find Guzma, take this thing out. If they don't KO it, then we can just retreat it. Yeah, so I like this best. Gives us the most options, I feel like. It is going to be the knockout, so that means we're going to come up and with the Jirachi, and we'll get a little bit of extra digging power with that. See what we can't find. Guess we'll maybe hold off on the GX attack for now. Even though we could get the knockout, we'll probably just go with the Pollen Hazard and then GX attack on the next turn to get our... Do we need all of our deck back, or should we just take the knockout here? Depends if we find the Guzma. If we find the Guzma, we 100% just take out the Charge-a-Bug, and then the game is pretty much over. Take it out with the Solar Beam. There's a treasure. They're going to get another Rayquaza. Maybe they're going to mill another 3 cards. Let's find out. All right, it looks like they're going for it. Red Candy, Grass. Running out of energy once again at 3. They got 6, 7 energy total in play. 7. I think the last one is prize. 8, 9. They still have enough energy to close out the game. We'll take a knockout. We do have the GXs, though. I feel like if we whiff the Guzma here, we'll go with Acrobike first. Take DCE. And then... So which now or after Judge? We could just do it now. It might give us some better option than Judge. There's the Guzma. So I think we just go Guzma, knock out Charge-a-Bug here, and then they can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 energy total, I think. So I think we should just go Guzma, knock out Charge-a-Bug, and then we have plenty of escape ropes left to be able to pull a GX into the active. But I think we have, yeah, I think we just have this one pretty much locked up. I think I will bench the Shaman. I don't think it matters here. And then Solar Beam. Yeah, I'm not sure I'm taking so long on that one. We have plenty of escape ropes left. So even if they send up a non-GX, we can just force up a GX Pokemon. If they go Guzma up this Venusaur, we just got the Gardena off the prizes. Plus this, plus triple Shaman Heal. This thing will stay alive for a turn while we Pollen Hazard. Yeah, I think we have this one just about locked up. Definitely thankful to our opponent's slow start. Well, even with our slow start, we didn't capitalize on it too much because we didn't knock out the Vika Vault that turn we should have. So, a couple mistakes back and forth. Okay, there's another Grubbin, but we have GX attack, so they have to kind of send Grubbin into the active here, or they could Guzma up the other Venusaur, like I said. And if they do that, we actually might be in trouble. Oh, Guzma up Jirachi. That's not going to do it. I think they forgot about our GX attack here. They are going to get the knockout, but then we're just going to win the game on our turn. Yeah, I think they forgot we have another attack that actually just knocks out a Rayquaza. So we do have the game here. Oh, it looks like they do now. And yeah, that's it. Yeah, there's the concede. And we end up taking that game against Vika Ray. Generally should be a pretty bad matchup, but... our opponent's slow start, and then despite all of our misplays, we were able to come back. Venusaur Celebi is a pretty good deck. It's pretty tanky, and if you can't one-shot it, it will eventually win the game. Alright guys, that's going to do it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, give it a like. If you're enjoying the content, be sure to subscribe. Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. Let me know how bad I misplayed. I know it was pretty rough, but we made it through it. Got through to the end here. Links in the description for my social medias as well as Twitch live stream. Check all that out. Have a good day. Thanks for watching, and peace.